Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Christian Reloaded. Unfortunately, last week did not go my way, as it did the previous drawers before that, but it's okay. We have to learn that deck building, of course, has to be consistent, and unfortunately last week I was playing a little bit heavy on the boss monster side. This week should be an interesting one. Our first set of the week is Judgment of the Light, and next up Shadow Specters. It's sure to be a good week. The Dragon Rulers are live. Our card lineup is insane. I'm looking forward to this one, and I hope you are too, but let's go ahead and get into it and start off with Justin's wheels.
And we're back at the winner's wheel with a convincing win last week. The Heraldic Rulers were pretty insane. I think I misplayed maybe once, but at the end of the day, we took that duel by storm. I'm very curious to see what Ricardo's going to do this week to combat this strategy, because this week is going to be our last week that I can play all my rulers at 3. Ricardo has a couple of his own he can play, but I think he would need to go a little bit more heavy in the dragon route to be able to truly abuse them. But we have a couple winners wheels. Let's spin them. Hopefully this wheel treats us good. I'm very excited for this week because we get a couple new techs for the dragon rulers. Starting things off with super rare. Okay, let's hop over and see what we can get. Okay, so I had to hop over to Wiki. The site I normally use wasn't showing me the rarities anymore, and I was flipping through this really quick, and I was a little discouraged because I didn't see anything in the super rare slot that was actually worth anything outside of maybe the Abyss Strite for the mermails, but again, I just have no mermails. But at the very, very bottom here, I saw there was the Horse Prince, which we did not get. So that's actually what I'm going to grab. I think I have a couple of the cards for this deck. I don't have Bear, though, so I don't know if it's really worth it. But, I mean, I'll take this on the off chance I get a Rooster. But, again, that being said, I don't know. This is really just the best I could get out of this set. So if it comes up, it comes up. And if it doesn't, oh well. So I'm going to lock that in. Brotherhood of the Fire Fist, Horse Prince, the Synchro for the Fire Fist archetype.
The first wheel of the week is Cosmo Blazer. A couple cards that I like here are just Breakthrough Skill and another Bear. Those might be a little hard to pull, however, because of their rarities. Ideally, we would get one of those too, but it's all up to the wheel here. And it looks like we're going to walk away with an Ultra. Well, we got 3 options here. We've got Breakthrough Skill, Bear, and Tiger King. All very good options. Tiger King, of course, is a boss monster. Another Bear would give us access to a more consistent Fire Fist deck. Breakthrough Skill is, well, it's pretty important right now because we don't have Effect Veiler. It's a tough choice this week, honestly. I pulled a bunch of Gorillas. I pulled the Tenki. I pulled the Tensyus. I think Bear is the way to go. It's a tough choice, and I might regret passing up on the effect negation of Breakthrough Skill. Tiger King is great, but, you know, it needs 2 Beast Warriors, which aren't always guaranteed. But we have the means to search for Bear, and I don't know, I think Bear's the way to go this week. Let's hope I don't regret passing up on Breakthrough Skill, though, because it is a very powerful card.
All right, now Tachyon Galaxy. Definitely hoping for rare this week because Tempest is the only ruler I'm missing, and next week they'll all be at 1. So if I had that, then maybe I could play some kind of rulers with them all at 1. We'll see what we can get. No, we get secret rare. Oh, hold on one sec. Okay, I know for sure one amazing secret rare card in that set. Let me go double check to make sure there isn't anything else I want. All right, Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy. I already know Dracosac is the secret rare that I have my eye on. And after flipping through this really quickly, the only 2 other secrets that really catch my eye, well, obviously there is the Spellbook, but we have none of that deck. And there's also the Totem Bird, which is a pretty decent secret rare wherever that went. There's that. Don't know if we'll ever be able to play that, though. So right now, I know for sure I can abuse that Dracosac. And while the Cardinal is a great secret rare for the Fire Fist deck, I just don't think my Fire Fist pull is that great. So for right now, since I have all these dragons at my disposal, we're definitely going to get this Dracosac, the main MVP for the Dragon Rulers. I can't believe we got this. That's actually pretty insane. I was hoping for a Tempest because I knew I could use that in future sets as long as I have all these rulers at 1. But, you know, I'll take a Dracosac. That's definitely something that's pretty insane. 1 more rank 7, and really our deck just got that much crazier. The babies are going to be at 1 for us, and the Rejuve is at 1 as well. Definitely going to change some things in my build, but I think unless we pull Insane, we're probably going to be going Dragon Rulers again, especially now that we have Dracossack. See you guys at the opener. Peace.
Our second set of the week is Lord of Tachyon Galaxy, and well, with all the Dragon Rulers, this set's loaded with good stuff. Ideally, we get the missing Dragon Ruler added to our lineup, but we'll see what we get here. Nothing can go too wrong, but a lot can go really right. But it looks like I'm going to be leaving here with a common. That's unfortunate. I'm sure I already have a playset of these, but I'm just going to go ahead and pick up the Kyle to go along with the bear that I picked up from the last wheel. Really disappointing. I would have liked to have gotten Tidal. Yeah, oh well, it is what it is. So we picked up Bear and Kaio from our wheels this week.
All right, 24 packs of Judgment of the Light. Very excited for this set. I mean, these next few sets are all pretty dang good. Again, we have the Dracossack this week, so Dragon Rulers are going to be our most likely choice of this week, especially since this is going to be the last week that they're all at 3. But you never know. Let's see what happens. First pack, flipping it up, and nothing too crazy here. There is a rank 8 here, but I think it takes machines, so I don't think we can play that.
Our first set of the week is pretty damn loaded. Not only do we get additional Fire Fist support, but Boojins are introduced into the game. In addition to those, we get a ton of new synchros to work with, including Star Reader, Colossus being our first generic level 3, and some Xyzs that are pretty interesting too, including Herald of the Pure Light. Honestly, this set can go either way, but based off my wheels, I'm hoping to pull some good Fire Fist support here. Pack number 1, starting off strong with the Fire Fist Synchro.
Pack number 3 has, Trap Tricks Track Pull Nightmare. That's a pretty decent trap card, honestly. So glad I have this. My trap cards are pretty good, but I did lose that Ring of Destruction. So I know eventually I'm going to lose these rulers and probably have to pivot back to some kind of trap-based deck eventually. But, again, adding more traps to the collection is always a good thing. Okay, next pack has the Fire King Yugioh. We don't have the structure deck, unfortunately. But, I mean, this is still a pretty cool card, searchable with Tenki.
We get Torbus, which isn't really good or bad either way. We do get the Boojin Xyz monster, which could be cool if we pulled the Boojins, but so far, no such luck.
Ooh, okay, I almost skipped past this. Flying Sea. I would love to get a playset of this. Depending on the deck Ricardo plays, especially in the future. I mean, he's been on a lot of synchros recently, so I don't know how good this will be right now, but if ever he gets something that's really Xyz-oriented, this card could be really amazing. Hey, there's a cool one. Master Key Beetle. I totally forgot about this card. Takes 2 darks to make, but you can basically protect one of your cards on the field by detaching material. Back in the day, the Evil Swarm deck used to play this, and they would protect Vanity's Emptiness. Pretty annoying, to be honest, but I don't know. Maybe someday we can find a way to abuse this, especially once we move past Dragon Rulers. Hey, okay. There's the Bujingi Xyz. That's one of the better ones for sure. It's a Foolish Burial, and it's a Rhoda. It's a pretty dang good card.
We do get the Boojin Yamato, so Boojins are an option now, I guess, just depending on what I pull in the next half of the set. We do get the Underworld Fighter, which is a good generic level 4. Diviner needs an insect monster as material. Underworld Fighter does not, so we do have a generic level 4 target now. We do get Boar, so I do have access to the Fire Fist Tuner, or the Fire Fist Synchro. We had Spirit from the last set, but Spirit's level 3, and the only target I think I have is Leopard, so not much I can do there. And of course I didn't pull level 6, so Boar is pretty damn good to pull.
Ooh, that's a big one. Telling you, my ghost rare luck these last few episodes have been insane. I think I've had like 1 ghost rare per an episode, I believe. Star Eater is insane. Now, again, this is one of those scenarios where I wish I hit Tempest on the wheel, because Tempest could search Debris Dragon, and Debris Dragon plus a level 7 makes Star Eater. So, pretty cool. Definitely going to be playing this if I can find a way to abuse it. Just a free level 11 synchro. Very glad to have this in the collection.
Another Fire Fist Synchro. Unfortunately, we missed out on level 6, which would have been really great. We do get another Underworld Fighter and a Star Liege. Colossus would be really cool, honestly.
That's the Rooster. That's crazy. We got the Synchro in our wheel also. I would have to check our polls, but we have no Bear, so it sounds really bad. Bear is obviously the removal for the deck, but I don't know. I think I have 2 of the level 3 tuner, so There might be a deck there, but I don't know. Right now, for sure, Dragon Ruler still... Oh, I hit the mic, sorry. I don't know. As of right now, though, I think Dragon Ruler is probably still the route. Pretty cool, though. Glad we have it. Last pack. Third Key Beetle. Man, they really want me to play Darks. Who knows? Maybe we'll play Black Wings with, like, Emptiness and Oppression. It'd be crazy, right? Well, all in all, pretty cool. We got the 3 Key Beetles. We got 3 Flying Sea. Some of the other highlights, though, would definitely be the Star Eater that we got here as Ghost Rare. And outside of that, nothing crazy. A little bit of miscellaneous stuff. I think we had 1 Trap Tricks. We got some Boojin support, but we're just not going to be playing Boojins, unfortunately. But all in all, I'm very excited about this pack. Really, I couldn't ask for more. Oh, and we did get the Trap Tricks Trap Hole, so that's pretty cool also. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Nothing crazy there, and... Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, we did not pull the Colossus, but we did get... Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at our pulls here. We do get Yamato, which is great, but I don't think I pulled any other Boojin, so I'm not sure if it's really useful. We got Boojin Turtles, we got the Ophidi, we got a little Orphan over here, we got a bunch of Cult Wings, which are cool, once the Despot 01 comes into play. Some Star Seraphs, not sure if I got all the Star Seraphs though. We got some more Boojins, again, good. We got some Cailloux. We got the 1 Boar, which is really good because we got the 1 Boar, which is good because I get access to the Synchro. Unfortunately, no Cock-a-doodle-doo. Trap-wise, nothing crazy, but we got some pretty good extra deck monsters here. We got Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Kirin. Boojin-wise, I have Yamato and I have Suzuano, but I'm not sure if I have the support to really pull it off. I got the Ice Princess, which is cool. But I think Fire Fist is the way to go this week. Between the wheel and these pulls, I can't really deny it. So let's go ahead and move on to the next set.
All right, next is Shadow Specters. There are some commons I want. There is a Water and an Earth Dragon. Very good at setting up rank 8s. I don't think I have any, though, so I'm really banking on the fact of hitting Felgran. Like I mentioned earlier, I've been hitting Ghost Rare pretty frequently in my openings. And Felgran comes in at Secret, Ulti, and Ghost Rare, so I guess technically it's pretty likely to hit it. But I already hit a Ghost Rare in the last box, so I might have used up my luck there. But if we don't hit it, the Earth Dragon can still copy levels and make a rank 7 with the new Draco Sack, so that's still a route. But let's see what we get. First pack, let's flip it up. And there's really nothing in this pack, if I'm honest.
Our second set of the week is Shadow Specters, and this set's going to be kind of interesting because, again, a lot of Archetype support, which is the norm for Zexal, and I'm not entirely sure how beneficial that's going to be for me. I think that we're going to be carried by our pulls from the last set, specifically the Fire Fist stuff, but Shadow Specters could surprise me. Let's go ahead and get into it. Here's pack number 1. Starting things off with nothing much, we do get some Battle and Boxer support. Could be interesting. We got some Ghost Tricks and some Vampires as well.
Pack number 2, though, comes with... Oh, I forgot about these. The Baby Chaos Dragons are in here. Hopefully we get a play set of each, because these cards are really insane. Definitely would love to play these in the future.
We get a Collapse Serpent, which is really cool, because now I have 2. Hopefully I can pull a couple more.
We got an Ultra Rare, Geomix Fighter. Yeah, not playing that, but that's our second black. So we got 2 white, 2 black. Totally content with that.
Do get the Raccoon Exceeds. Might have an option of Raccoons. I don't know, man. I'm thinking Raccoons are live this week. Can they compete with Dragon Rulers?
All right, third black, and I skipped over it on the last pack. I had a Water Dragon, and there's my Mythic Tree Dragon. So we have 1 of each. It's all you really need because they're searchable, but 2 of each would be kind of ideal. There's also this Raccoon support. I totally forgot about this. So there's Bumpoku, and then there's their Exceed. Pretty good stuff. I don't know what I can do with that, but I do like Rescue Cat, so I don't know. We'll see what we can get.
We're getting some Ghost Tricks going, but I don't know if they're playable without some of the bigger monsters here. Pull in number 46 and another Raccoon. We do pull the Tree Dragon.
Okay, I believe that's our third white. There's another one of our Mythic Tree Dragons. Another one of these Titanial-esque kind of cards for the plants, so that's pretty cool. And then a Giant Castle in the rare slot. Pretty cool. Halfway point, we already hit all the commons for the most part. There's our third tree, I believe, maybe even our fourth. And I believe that's our second Water Dragon. Really all we're looking for after this right now is that Felgran to work with them.
Another Raccoon, but what was that? we do get the Wyver Burster. So I have 3 Collapse Serpent and 2 Wyver Burster. That's actually really interesting. Alright, so Shadow Specters honestly didn't leave me with a lot in terms of options, but it did give me a lot of things that I could use in the future. Of course, we got the Tree Dragons. Of course, we got the Mega Monarch over here in Grammar. We've got a playset of Water Dragons. We have a playset of Collapse Serpents now, which is really interesting. A second Wyver Burster added to the collection. We got a bunch of Ghost Tricks, but I don't think I can really play them the way that I would like to. We got Battle and Boxers coming out, which is cool, but again, not sure how much I can do. I have to look back at my Battle and Boxer lineup, which I've kind of neglected. We of course got the Raccoons. I'm probably not going to play them because, well, I want to win, and we are up against Dragon Rulers, so it's a bit of a problem. As for our Xyz lineup here, we got the number 46. We've got King Overfiend, which I don't think I can summon. We did get Djinn Buster. We got a bunch of 64s over here in the Ronin Raccoon, and a bunch of Miras. I don't know, this looks like it might be a Fire Fist week, so it's time to build.
Oh, okay, I forgot about this. Labradite Dragon. It's a super rare, vanilla, it's a tuner, and it's a dark. Works great with those Heretics that we were playing last week, so it actually gives me level 6 tuners to work with. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be able to do with this, but technically, if I were to tribute summon for a Esset and bring out this Labradite, that's a 6 and a 5, and that's 11. So that technically is a Star Eater play now without our Debris Dragon. So pretty cool. Definitely keeping that in mind. All right, Ultra Rare, Bujingi. What is this one? Makazuchi or Mikazuchi? Yeah, we're not playing Bujins, but, you know, we got some of the good support, I guess. Coming up on the last few packs here, we pretty much hit everything we want in the low rarity slot that I can at least think of off the top of my head. Really, it's just the Felgrand that I'm looking for. If we don't get it, it's not the end of the world. We do have the Draco Sack, but still, obviously with the last 2 packs, hopefully we can get lucky. Oh, my bad. That was the last pack right there. We did get a rank 8, but not the one we wanted. This is Dragooblion. All right, my bad. This is not Dragooblion. This is Dragulon or Dragulon or whatever the heck it is. But I thought it took level 8 vanillas for like Blue Eyes or something. But it's actually any 2 level 8 Dragon type monsters. So we don't have the Felgrand, but we do have this. So not ideal, but this is something we can work with. I'm definitely thinking about taking that Water Dragon out for sure. All in all, it was a super solid opening. I can't complain. No Felgrand, but we got playsets of both the white and the black. I believe we got pretty much all the Ghost Trick support outside of like the super rare. But really solid opening. We got a bunch of mythics. We got the Labradite as well. That's insane for us. We got a bunch of the Raccoons. I think we only got one of the Exceed though, so that's a little unfortunate. But really, I can't complain with this opening at all. Definitely thinking Dragon Rulers this week. Definitely going to be trying to play the Mythic Rulers with it. The Rulers are all at 3. I might still run the Heretics. I'm going to have to wrap my head around it and think. But all in all, I'm very curious to see what Ricardo brings this week because, well, I definitely have an insane deck no matter what I bring. All right, guys, we had a pretty good opening, but there's no way in heck we're not going to be playing Dragon Rulers again. We got a couple new cards from the set to add to it. We do have the Babies and the Rejuve banned, which means they're at 1 for us. So we added a couple new techs, added a couple of new cards, and of course, now that we have the Draco Sack, you could actually argue this deck is even better going first. So I'm going to zip through this really fast. We have 3 Esset, 3 Sue, and 3 Tefnuit, just like last time. We also have the Labradite Dragon as our level 6. It's a tuner. Who knows if it'll come up, but it's still pretty cool. We got the double Flamvel Guard and the Burner, which are all searchable by Blaster. We got 3 Redox and the Reactin, and we have 2 new dragons. We have 2 Mythic Tree Dragon, which is searchable by Redox, and we also have this Mythic Water Dragon, which is searchable by our 2 titles. In case you guys don't know what they do, Mythic Tree Dragon can target a Water Dragon on the field and copy its level. So if you target title, it comes 7. You can make Draco Sack or Big Eye. Or if you use this Mythic Tree effect, which reads if you control an Earth monster, you can special summon it from your hand. Then you can copy its level and make it a level 8. And we don't have Felgrand, but we do have number 46 this week. So we'll see if it comes up, but I definitely want to give it a try. I still think the Mythic Tree is a pretty decent normal summon for our deck. Worst case, we can make a rank 7 with the title. Like I said, we are playing 2 titles still, of course, and then we have the 1 stream and the Mythic Dragon, and for the last monster, it's Max C. Moving on to the spells, we have the Rota of the deck, of course, for all the Heretics. 1 Reborn, 1 Premature Burial, the 1 Super Rejuve, sadly. We also have 1 card of Safe Return, and now we're playing 1 card Destruction. I didn't want to play it last week because I was worried he would have a good Dragon Ruler core like I did, so I would have hated to help him by putting his dragons in the grave as well. But this week, I actually would bet that Ricardo is going to probably bring something with a lot of Floodgates. I could be wrong, maybe he pulled something insane this week, but if I were in Ricardo's shoes, I would probably try to find a deck that not only is good, but something that can play a lot of Floodgates, whether it's Emptiness, Oppression, maybe he wants to play Soul Drain. There's so many different things he can do. Even DeFi and Macro is really good. So while this card doesn't solve it, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I feel like I don't have to worry about Dragon Rulers this week. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's going to try the same deck he did last week, but if I had to guess, he's probably going to move on to something else, though. After the card destruction, we have 3 Upstart Goblin for consistency, and like I said, I am imagining he's going to be on Floodgates this week, so I put 2 MST in the main deck just in case, and the last 2 cards is Double Vanity's Emptiness, just in case he is on some kind of crazy special summon deck. At least I'll have 1 blowout card in my deck, just in case. Moving on to the extra deck, we have the double Scrap Dragon still, the 1 Stardust Colossal, and the Crimson Blader. For the level 7s, we have the Black Rose, and we cut the Ancient Fairy for the Beret. What this card does is basically, it'll summon a card Curry from the deck, but we don't play one. But once per turn, I can target a monster on the field and change its battle position. It does take machines to make, so you're probably like, how the heck do you make this? But back in the day, we used to use this to Synchro Summon with the Dracosac tokens, and of course, it's a level 7 as well, so if I need to exceed, I can. Very good card, helps me run over things by battle. Don't know if it's going to come up, but, you know, it's a good option. After that, we have the 1 Star Eater Ghost Rare First Edition. We've had a lot of Ghost Rares this season. It's pretty amazing. I'm very glad we have this. I wanted to bring some kind of like plant Dragon Ruler this week, but I don't know. I just figured this is probably my best version of Dragon Ruler with the Heretics having access to a tomb. So while this card could be made using some of my tuners, I don't know if I'm going to be able to summon it, if I'm completely honest. For the last synchro, we played the new Underworld Fighter Balmung? Yeah, that guy. I don't know what really I'm going to use it for. I mean, it has the effect that when it's destroyed by a card effect and sent to the grave, you can target a level 4 and special summon it, but really, in my eyes, it's just a 21 beater that I can make with a Dracosac token and my Flambeau Guard. Who knows if it'll come up, but you know, it's just all about options. Moving on to the Exceeds, we still have the Atum and the Swordbreaker, of course, for our rank 6s. We got the Big Eye and the Gaios for our rank 7s. The new Dracosac, so happy about this. I feel like this is going to be insane. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Ricardo's going to be prepared. But I feel like if I go first turn Dracosac, it's going to be very hard for any deck, especially from this era, to deal with. And that was one of the reasons this deck was so good back in the day, because really I think it's next episode where Honor Arc gets introduced, and even then, people just started putting Dracosac in defense, so it really didn't solve that problem either. For the last monster, like I mentioned, the number 46, we'll see if it comes up. We only have the 1 level 8 to use it with, but, you know, in theory, if ever I needed it, that is definitely an option. For the side deck, we have a lot of board wipes, a lot of back row removal, a lot of spot removal, just because I have no clue what he's going to play, and really, I feel like right now, I have the fastest deck in the game, so I'm going to guess he's going to try to slow it down as much as possible. So I just want to play these cards that I can pluck the cards off the field that he's going to try to floodgate me with. And for that reason, we are playing the 1 Dark Hole, 1 Raigeki, 1 Lightning Vortex, 1 Heavy Storm, 1 MST, that's the 3rd, and the 1 Wing Beat. These are all monster and spell and trap removal, pretty much similar to what I played last week. We also have the Breaker, which is hilarious enough, a good normal summon to pop back row because I really don't use my normal summon. We also have 2 Fencing Fire Ferret. This is new. Basically, when it's destroyed by battle, I can destroy a face-up monster on the field. I get to burn them for 500, and, you know, it's pretty cool, but really, the main reason this is here is in case he sides something like Vanity's Fiend, And the cool thing about this card is it's fire, so technically it's blaster fodder as well. So that's the reason I decided to put this in the side. After that, standard stuff, 3DD Crow in case he is on a graveyard combo deck still. The 1 oppression for when we go first if he is on combo. And I'm also putting in 2 skill drain, again, just to counter stuff that if he's on a heavy monster effect deck. Or if he's on something like Vanity's Fiend, this is just another way to turn that off. Basically the same deck as last week, just a couple small changes. The extra deck's probably the most valuable thing now that we have the Draco Sack. So I'm very curious to see how it plays out this week, and I think I'm even more curious to see what Ricardo's going to do to adapt. We got one more episode with these Dragon Rulers at full power like this, so hopefully we can get one more win. I'll see you guys at the duel room.
Alright guys, this week we are changing things up and we are playing Fire Fist. I've been playing a lot of Synchro based decks and we are playing the Splashable Trios here. So of course Plague, Bulb, and Spore return alongside our Dandelion, so the plant engine is still here. But our Dragon Ruler lineup is a little different this week. We got Double Blaster because he of course is the Fire Dragon. 1 Tempest and 1 Redox, mainly just here to mess around with the Blaster. We got the 1 Burner. Unfortunately, or fortunately I guess you could say, the baby dragons are now currently banned, which means they're limited for us. So obviously we're going to go with Burner because we want access to Blaster. Next up we got 2 bears because, well, I only have the 2. I wish I could play 3. Double Leopard, 1 Boar, and triple Gorilla. Gorilla is right next to Bear as being the most important card in the deck. Just a really nice effect and a pretty good stat. Next up we have 1 Raven, really just here for name purposes. Witch of the Black Forest because she of course are just for the bears. Lone Fire Blossom because again we have the plant engine going live. Double Tenki, which is really just because Tenki is currently semi-limited, so we have the 3, we just can't play the 3. Double Tensu because it's not as good as Tenki, but I still want to see it. Monster Reborn, Raigeki, Premature, and Double MST as our standard back row with Last Will coming in because, well, I'm going to be using Bear's Effect to pop, I'm going to be using the plant engine, I'm going to be getting rid of my monsters quite a bit, and of course Justin will obviously be getting over my monsters as well, meaning Last Will should hopefully consistently be live. Next up on the traps we got our Solemn Duo here because, well, Judgment is currently banned, meaning it's limited for us, and Warning is limited, meaning it's actually just at 1 for us. Bottomless is also unfortunately at 1, so my extra 2 won't be doing much right now. Double Mirror Force, 1 Tenkin, 1 Tensen, and Double Horn of the Phantom Beast because it buffs up all of my Fire Fist monsters. And then finishing out the main deck is Royal Oppression because we're not really focused on special summoning this week as much as we are just getting one big body on the field and just playing beatdown. So Royal Oppression will hopefully slow the game down in my favor. We got the 3rd MST, a Dark Hole just to board wipe essentially. Next up we got Double Skill Drain because we are playing Horn of the Phantom Beast, meaning that I could just play Skill Drain Beatdown. An extra Fire Formation trap card in Kaio. Double Royal Decree. 3 goes in match because of course I am playing Beast Warriors. Next up, Triple Cyber Dragon, just in case I gotta get over anything big. And next up, Double DD Crow, because even if the Dragon Rulers will get their effects, I'd rather have them banished than deal with them consistently recurring on the field and in the hand. On to our extra deck, we got the 1 Formula, the new Underworld Fighter, Balmong. In a completely bizarre pick, I'm going with Lava Dual Slasher just because I can actually summon it this week. I'm not sure if it's going to see play, but you know, most of the fire picks are level 4, so I do have access to it via Spore or Bulb into the monster. Next up, our generic level 5 Magical Android, our Goyo Guardian, our Iron Chain, our Double Black Rose, our Stardust Dragon, Colossal Fighter, Crimson Blader because this card is insane, Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Kieran. You know, the thing about the Fire Fist monster is that it's really good. Crimson Blader, Colossal, and Stardust are just better, but you know, the synergy is there, and it's not like the effect is bad. We'll see what I decide to do when the time comes because, again, these are all better, but how often am I going to really get to play the Fire Fist Kieran? On to the series lineup, Utopia, Utopia Ray, and a Blade Armor Ninja because, of course, look at all these 4s. Do not look at that one. That is a 3. Look at all these 4s. This is going to be an interesting week because I don't have a lot of experience playing Fire Fist. But I know the archetype works. I can tell how most of the synergies work out. So hopefully this one is a good one. One of the few exceeds-based strategies that I actually somewhat enjoy. That being said, it is time to duel.
Justin, still with the Thunder King sleeves, I see. I didn't see it last week, but...
Yeah, Thunder King was at 1 last week, actually. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, it's a nice change of pace. Unfortunately, the Dragon Rulers are still at 3, so
Right.
we'll see how this one goes.
Yeah, last episode was pretty crazy. I think, at least to my knowledge, that was probably the most, I guess, modern-looking deck that we've put out so far as combos go. So I'm curious to see what happens going forward. Like you said, the Rulers are still at 3, but I know next episode they will go to 1. The Babies are banned, and Yugioh are banned for us, though, so that's going to be interesting. I mean, it's at 1 for us, so, you know, I had a lot of options on the table this week. My opening went pretty well as well, so we'll see what happens. You know, I'm intrigued to see what you bring as well.
Yeah, it's a deck that I'm not the most familiar with, but everything kind of lined up for it this week, and I felt like if I had to play it, it had to be this week.
Oh,
so,
okay. Interesting.
Let's get into it.
All right, man. Let's do this.
Here we go.
It's all about drive.
Oh, not the way I wanted to start this one off.
Well, we still get our 6-card return. Still got a few episodes of that, so I am going to go first.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy how quickly the pendulum era is coming up.
Right. All right. Draw phase. We'll draw. Ooh, that's a little weird. Okay. Well, it's not bad. All right. Well, we'll enter main phase 1, and once again, I will normal summon this set.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'm going to attribute this off to special summon Sue to the field.
Yep.
That set will activate, and we'll bring out a new card, courtesy of the new set, Labradite Dragon. Basically another level 6, but this time it's a tuner. So it's pretty cool. After that, I'll go ahead and exceed summon. I think you know where this is going. I'll make that a tune. And I'll go ahead and attach or detach to summon a dragon. Is that good?
Yep.
Okay. So I think in this case scenario, decisions. I think to be safe, I'm gonna special summon. You know what? I'm gonna special summon Tidal to the field. And I do have a Dragon Ruler in my hand, so I will banish 2 and special summon Blaster to the field.
Yeah, that is one scary field.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna overlay these 2. Fortunately, I can't go into Yugioh because it takes 2 waters, but when I had my wheel spins this week, I was really hoping for a Tempest because that was the only missing Dragon Ruler I had, but instead I got a pretty good card.
Not the card I wanted to see on your field, that's for sure.
And I'm going to detach to get 2 tokens.
Yeah, so now it's just immune or destruction until I get rid of those tokens.
Correct. Alright, and that's all I got for first turn. I'll pass.
Draw. Man, this is a really great going first hand.
Well, there's not much in front of you, just a wall, that's all.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I guess this has to give away what I'm playing.
Okay.
But I don't see any other real option right now. I'm gonna go ahead and start off by summoning Fire Fist Leopard.
Oh, the Fire Fist, huh? You know, it's so funny. I actually had some new Fire Fist pulls, and I was actually hoping to hit Bear because it's just so good for that archetype, even at 1.
Yep.
And I know you said you had the 1 Bear, correct?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Unfortunately, I did not hit Bear on the wheel. I mean, I can't complain. I got a Draco Sack, but still, I know these Dragon Rulers aren't going to be around forever, so I was trying to look forward to the future. But, alright, let's see what you got.
Alright, and we'll have to activate the effect of Leopard here. So I'll tribute itself.
Sounds good.
And I guess the spell or trap that I should go ahead and set. I mean, it's gotta be tanky, you know?
It's a good one.
And then I'll go ahead and activate the tanky.
Yeah, that's good.
Unfortunately, don't have much else going for me this turn, but I will go ahead and add bear to hand.
Okay.
And then we're going to go a little back row heavy here.
Okay. I thought you might go back row route this week. I know you've been on this Doppel hype and Chaos Dragons, but, oh, 4 back row. That's crazy.
I see a heavy, I will cry.
Oh, man. Well, unfortunately, don't have a heavy storm. I guess that's pretty good for you. But I do have some options. So I think what I'm going to do first... what to do? I think I'm going to go ahead and activate Draco Sack's effect. And I'm going to tribute off one of these tokens to pop a card.
Yeah.
I'm going to target the one closest to your deck.
Oh, that's a shame. I really wanted to see this one go off.
Ooh, Horn. That is a good one. Okay. Next, I'm going to activate the Tomb.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll special a dragon. And its attack and defense are lowered to 0. Let's go ahead and bring out Sue.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use Sue's effect. I can tribute a Heratic from my hand or field to pop a spell or trap on your side of the field. Actually, it's only from hand, not from field. But I'm going to tribute this Tefnuit, and now I'm going to target this back row.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Ooh, that's perfect because it comes out at 0, so you can't even bottomless it. Oh, crazy. Okay, that's going to trigger the Tefnuit, and I'm going to special summon this Labradite Dragon back to the field.
Yeah.
Alright, we're doing stuff here. We're doing stuff. I can't attack with the Tomb, and I can't attack with Draco Sack, unfortunately. But I will overlay these two into Swordbreaker. After that, unfortunately, I could have done more, but I think I got a little greedy trying to pop the back row, and I probably could have been a little more aggressive. Well, I know you got the bear coming out, but I will still activate the effect. I can detach a material, and I can declare a type. I'm going to call Beast Warrior. So now, whenever a battle is a Beast Warrior, similar to Catastor, it'll destroy it at the start of damage step. And that lingers. After that, I guess I want to push for some damage here. I'm going to activate Blaster. I'm going to banish these two. Alright, we'll enter the battle. We'll go 27.
Well, luckily for me, of all the cards you popped, you didn't hit the Mirror Force.
That's unfortunate. Okay. You know, it's so funny. I declared an attack that came to my mind instantly. I'm like, oh, I wonder if he's back on Mirror Force. Okay. Not good, but not bad. Main phase 2. I'll go ahead and detach this title to get 2 more tokens.
Yeah. Can I overcome 2 tokens? Actually, no. It would work, but is it worth? I'm gonna go ahead and activate Soul Morning.
Okay, well I do control a token, so it won't be destroyed, but I do get to skip out on my 2 tokens. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna activate the title effect in my graveyard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna banish this Tomb, and I'm going to banish the Labradite and special summon title. Then I will normal summon the Flambeau Guard. We'll sink 8. And I could go Scrap Dragon, which is pretty crazy because Scrap can pop the Draco Sack and I won't die, and then I can get rid of that tanky for your bear. But if you have any other fire formation, or if you draw another tanky, then it's for nothing. So I think I'm just going to go Stardust and pass.
Safe bet. Draw. Again, would have been great going first here, but... Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start off by normal summoning Bear.
Okay, sounds good.
Now here's the tricky part. That's a rough play, but... I'm going to go ahead and activate Monster Reborn.
That's a good one.
And I will target your blaster.
Yep. Pretty good.
And go to battle phase and have blaster attack over Stardust.
Alright, I'll take 300.
And Boar attacks your Draco token. Yeah, main phase 2. I'm going to go ahead and have Bear pop the Draco sack. And then I will end my turn.
Alright, starting turn. Standby phase, main phase.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is I will activate Hevel's effect in the hand. And I'm going to discard a new card, Mythic Tree Dragon, to special summon.
Alright, and on that, I will activate Royal Oppression.
Ooh. Dang, that card's crazy. Okay, yep.
And unfortunately, I gotta pay the 8.
Yep. Alright, well. Oh, man. Unfortunately, I can't. Yeah.
Alright, so at the end phase, I unfortunately have to give back Blaster. Draw. Oh, that's a hell of a card to draw. Fresh off the wheel, a second Bear.
Wow.
Alright, battle phase. Let's just go ahead and poke for 16 and 16.
Yep. And you're gonna trigger both Bear effects?
Yep.
Sounds good.
So we're gonna go ahead and set a Tensu. And if I could find the other Tenki. The 2 of Tenki.
That's right, it is semi-limited right now.
And then we go to main phase 2, and I will activate Tenki to search. And in this case, we'll add, well, this one, it's kind of rough. I don't want to do that. Royal Oppression kind of hurts me in some ways too here.
You got double Bear Oppression, and I got Dragon Rulers.
Yeah, but the card I want to summon would play into Oppression. That's the problem there. But I guess we'll just have it as a backup policy. I'm going to go ahead and add Boar to hand.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll activate Tensu.
Sounds good.
I think I'm just going to go ahead and pass turn there.
Alright, starting turn. Okay. That's pretty good. Well, I had one thing I was hesitant to do last turn, but I felt like I could not do it because of Oppression, and that is to save the fire in my hand for that blaster I was getting back, to discard and pop Oppression.
Ooh, that is rough.
After that, well, fortunately I didn't get access to the Redox, which is kind of lame, and I really only have one Dragon Ruler effect, so I'm still in a pretty bad spot. I'm going to use the Tidal effect and special summon it by banishing 2 dragons. I'm going to banish the Pebbles, and I'm going to banish one of these Flambeau guards.
Yeah.
After that, I will go to battle, and I will swing over one of your bears. I believe it's at 18. 800.
Yeah, so 800.
I mean, we could just pop the title, but I'm gonna pass. So it's pretty close. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little shocked about this. You've been on the Junk Doppel, and I'm super proud of you, bro. You mixed it up.
You know, I figured what's a deck Justin wouldn't expect from me, and anything from the Zexal era, honestly, is a surprise coming from me.
Yeah, 100%. But hey, this is a hell of a deck. I'm not gonna lie. I really love Fire Fist.
Alright, well, luckily for me, I do have the Tensu, so I do get an additional normal summon this turn.
Alright, sounds good.
So we're going to go ahead and start off with Bear's Effect, and I will pop the Tenki to pop Tidal.
Sounds good.
Next up, I will normal summon Boar.
Okay.
And then because of Tensu, I can now normal summon Raven to the field.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and go to battle, and I'll poke for 29.
29 is good. And Bear effect is also good. If you have any more fire formations. Any fire formation spells.
Unfortunately, I
Or
don't have
cards.
Tenkies. So I'm going to go ahead and set an additional Tensu to the field.
Yeah, it's free pop fodder. It's always good.
Let's see here. Damn, that fire restriction is kind of a pain in the ass.
Just black rose your field for me, bro.
You're right. What? I should do that. Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I'm gonna go ahead and then sink 8 into Fire Fist Kieran.
Okay.
And then Kieran effect will allow me to set a fire formation spell or trap from my deck. And I think the card to set is gonna be
Okay. Monster's gonna be getting beefy.
and unfortunately you still got these dragon rolls I can't do much about. But on that I have to pass the turn.
Alright, starting turn. Alright, well, I know what your back row is, so I'm pretty much free to do whatever I want at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and activate Blaster.
Yeah.
And in this case, I will banish Stardust Dragon, and I'm actually gonna banish... I guess I'll banish this tree from my graveyard. Then I'm gonna activate Tidal. I'll special summon Tidal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna banish this Flambeau Guard, and then I can banish a dragon from my hand as well. And I'm gonna banish the card I drew, a Redox. That will activate Redox's effect and allow me to search an Earth Dragon. And I do have another copy of Mythic Tree Dragon. Next, I will overlay these two into, well, my only other rank 7 outside of Yugioh, the Big Eye.
Tragic.
Well, my extra deck is kind of crazy. Even though I only have like 1-ofs, kind of insane. We'll take your guy here.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to normal summon Mythic Tree Dragon.
Yeah.
Now, since I control an Earth, I can special summon this Mystic Water Dragon. Now I'm going to use Mythic Tree Dragon's effect. I can target a dragon and copy its level.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to Exceed Summon into Dragulon or Draglulon, or I could not figure out how to pronounce this card. I'm not gonna lie. Draglulon.
It's number 46, bro.
Yeah, you're right. Number 46. Now, if I had, let me see. Hold on. Yeah. So if I controlled no other monsters, I could actually do something with this. But right now, it's just a 3K beater. We're gonna go to battle phase.
Yeah.
So I know it's at 300, plus your trap will give it 1,000. So anything should be able to swing over this. Unfortunately, Big Eye can't attack. But I'll go ahead and swing. And I do get the 100 attack point boost from your Tensu as well.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no other options, so I do have to activate the Tensin.
Gotta save life points.
So I will take the 900 points.
All out, huh?
Unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately, Tenki is at 2 now, so
Thank
kind of in a
God.
rough spot there.
I'll poke for 3K and put you at 600. And you're going to have to top deck a hell of a card. I'll pass.
Ugh. Here we go. Draw. Ugh. This is not the card that I wanted to see. So that will be game on the Witch of the Black Forest.
Oh.
Ugh. Well, I gotta take first here, because can't risk an opening hand like that again. Not much here. Opening draw. Standby name. Well, that makes everything better, not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm gonna start off with a Tenki. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab. Just gonna go ahead and grab Bear. And then I'm going to go ahead and normal bear. And then I'm going to set 2 and pass.
All right, so I will go ahead and start off by now special summoning that Tefnuit.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is fine.
And I'm going to activate a wing beat of a giant dragon.
Ooh, that is awkward. I guess.
It's not a cost, so, I have to return it to be able to destroy everything.
I have to activate Fire Formation Tenkin just so that my bear is unaffected by effects this turn.
All right, sounds good.
Unfortunately, I can't really do much about the Kaio I had set.
Well, good news and bad news. I can't really do too much after this, so I'm going to special summon that Tefnuit back.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to normal summon this Flamvel Guard.
Yeah.
I will sink 7. That's going to be Black Rose.
Ooh.
I'm not going to use the effect, though. I'm actually going to banish those 2 dragons and summon Blaster from hand. And that's 2 level 7s. So I'm going to overlay into Dracossack.
Yeah.
I'll detach, get 2 tokens, and battle phase, I'll attack over the bear.
And that's what, 1,200?
Right.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
Or, I'm sorry, that's only 1,000. Well, that's all I got.
Damn,
It was really weird, but it got me there.
Damn, that's rough. I have to pass. Ugh.
Oh, okay. All right, standby main. Well, I really can't do much if I'm completely honest. So I think for now, I don't think I need more tokens right now. So I'm just going to go to the battle phase and poke for 26.
Yeah, that is good.
I'll pass.
Draw. Not the best hand here. I just have to set and pass. Oh.
All right. Draw. Let's see. I think I'm going to have to do this. This is going to be the weirdest way of doing this. But if it works, I'm insane. Normal summon Breaker the Magical Warrior.
Oh, god damn it.
I'll gain a counter.
Yeah.
All right. We'll break that back, bro.
And one hell of a
Let's
back
go. I put this in specifically because it was a normal summon that could out Oppression and Vanity's Emptiness. That's insane. All right. Well, I don't have any dragons in grave, but I do have 2 in hand, and I will banish 2 of them to summon that blaster to field. And I believe that's enough for game.
Be game.
16, 26. 28.
You won't believe this hand.
Okay. All
and
right.
the card that top deck that didn't do anything for me.
Oh.
Can't believe you cited Breaker.
I did last week too, man. I didn't know what you were going to bring this week, and I felt like you've tried Doppel variants a few episodes now, and I knew you were going to have to mix it up. And I think the thing I was most worried about was you bringing some kind of maybe anti-meta Vanity's Emptiness, Oppression Control, Trap deck, maybe some kind of like macro or DeFi deck. So I wanted to make sure I had all the back row hate in the side deck just in case. And Breaker was one of those cards that is a normal summon that, I don't need my normal summon. So worked out pretty good.
Yeah, so this week brought the Fire Fist, and man, it was just a matter of drawing. I can't even really say they're bricks, just the cards that didn't really have any synergy at the moment.
Right.
But sided in some goes-ins for you.
That's a good one.
Unfortunately, I didn't draw any of them. Pretty standard Fire Fist. The one thing that's different is that I'm playing the Plan Engine in it.
I see
because,
that.
of course, Lone Fire is a fire.
Right.
The Witch searches for pretty much everything. Man, unfortunately, Tenki is at 2 this week, so
Right.
consistency hurts a little bit.
True. I don't remember when it goes to 3, but I believe it might be next episode because I want to say there was a time where they killed off the rulers to 1, and I could swear they brought Tenki back to 3 to kind of push this deck. I'd have to check the ban list, but that might be the case for next episode.
As for extra deck monsters, we got, of course, the Kirin. Unfortunately, I didn't have the level 6 last week, so I can't run the Spirit, which hurts a lot, really, just not having access to it. We did pull the Underworld Fighter.
Well, my list is similar to last week's. I basically cut the babies down to 1 and then Rejuve down to 1. And then as filler, in the main deck at least, I added 2 copies of MST because, again, I thought you would be on some back row this week. I didn't see him game 1, unfortunately, but I put him in there for that reason. I also added 2 copies of Vanity's Emptiness to the main deck because I didn't know I didn't expect Fire Fist, honestly. That really caught me off guard, but I assumed you were going to be probably bringing something that was a little more aggressive, but no. Yeah, this Fire Fist is amazing, man. It's a really good control deck, and it doesn't need to special summon, and you can control with all your trap cards or even the floodgates that you sided into. So yeah, it was definitely something that caught me off guard this week. But other than that, my list was basically the same outside of the Draco Sec that I hit on the wheel. I did hit this Dragoobleon. I was hoping for Felgran, and it was actually in my last pack. I'm like, man, I just need a rank 8 to make these Mythic Dragons work. Last pack flipped up this, and I'm like, man, that's not the rank 8 I want. This thing's garbage.
Yeah, the one card I wanted more than anything in these sets was Star Eater. And unfortunately,
Speaking of that,
what?
I got a Ghost Rare First Edition Star Eater. Flexing on.
Well, since you won this one, that means you get to pick the starter deck reloaded of your choice.
Right. This is awesome. It's all gone full circle now. We finally hit the starters that the series is named after.
Yeah.
Okay, so I kind of went back and forth. Both starters, a lot of this stuff is like, when they released this, it was more, for the fans of retro Yu-Gi-Oh! Not so much like meta-defining cards of this time. More for like beginners. It is a starter deck, so it's not a structure deck. But after flipping through there are a few staples in both decks that I would actually like to get my hands on. But in the end, the one that I'm deciding to go with is the starter deck reloaded Yugi. And the main reason for that is it will have my second copy of Mirror Force in there, which I already know you have two, but I only have the one from our starter deck opening with the Utopia starter deck. So this, at least now, I'll have 2 Torrential and 2 Mirror Force whenever I go back to trap decks.
Yeah,
there's some other cards in there too, but those are definitely the big ones.
That gives me, I believe, a second Blue Eyes. We'll see if that ever comes in handy.
I did want the Blue Eyes, I'm not gonna lie, because I have one Blue Eyes already, and if I got the second, I also have these White Stones, which work pretty decently with the Dragon Rulers, but I don't have trade-in, so it's like, again, next week, the Dragon Rulers are all at 1. Not to say they're unplayable. They're definitely playable, especially now that I do have access to the Draco Sack. But I don't know. It would take a special build with the cards that at least I have access to, but I don't know. Again, I did have a pretty good pulls this week. I actually did pull in my wheel. You saw I got the Draco Sack, but I also got Super in the first set. I was hoping for Ultra for the Bear, but the Super Rare at least gives me the Synchro for the Fire Fist, and I do have some of the Synchro cards for that. And in my opening, I did hit the Rooster. So after hitting the Rooster, even though I don't have Bear, it's still something. It's just the only problem with it is I don't have removal, so I don't know if I'd ever go that route. But the option's definitely there, so I don't know. Just something for me to consider.
So that means you have access to a second Breaker. I finally get my Blade Knight after we're far beyond the GOAT format era.
Right.
I guess I got to build Blue Eyes. I have all those stones of legend, so we'll see what happens with those.
Well, either way, this episode was pretty tight. Excited for the next one.
Fire Fist, and I just wish I had the third 10 key, It makes so much of a difference.
Oh, for sure.
But it was a good one. I guess the goal is next week to not get hat trick twice in a row here. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the next week's the last episode of the Zexal era.
It is, and then we move on to Pendulum, baby.
Yeah, so I can't wait for that to happen. Honestly, I'm kind of scared about the next. But until then, see you guys. It's been a good one.
Peace.